Alright, Shalom. Let's start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rucha HaKodash. The belongs to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach well and rule well, and Shalom to the elect. This is the Brother Zakar from the Great Millstone Montreal branch. And this lesson is going to touch on how things are first being set up in the heavens before they take place on earth. Alright. So there's first councils in the heavens. Okay, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has councils in the heavens. Okay, to dictate what takes place on earth. All right, so our actions are actually being decreed by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, determined by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay, first and foremost, okay, things are played out in the spiritual world before they're executed in the carnal world that we live in. Okay, this realm that we live in. All right, so let's start off in the book of Proverbs 20 and verse 24. It says here, man's goings are of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. How can a man then understand his own way? Okay, so our goings, our coming and goings are determined by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They are of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It is not of man. Okay, we may think that it is of man, but no, it is actually beyond your your decision. Okay, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua had determined what you were going to do, who you were going to meet. What thoughts will come into your mind and what thoughts you would entertain. All that was predetermined by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Matter of fact, when you go into the book of Job 33, and let's start at verse verse 14. For the Most High speaketh once, yea twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in the vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of man, and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from men. Okay, that he may withdraw man from his purpose. So what you think you were going to do, okay, the Lord is withdrawing you from that. He's instilling the instruction of what you're going to do, in the future. Okay, the next day, in the future. Okay, all right. The Lord opens your ears. Okay, it gives you the instructions for what you're going to do. Okay, so once again, it was first established in the heavens. Okay, and then set up on earth, man. Okay. All right, so you can ultimately do the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, not your own will. All right, because everything is set up for the pleasure of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, for his will. Okay, as it says in the book of 23, Job 23 and verse 13, it says, but he is in one mind, and who can turn him? And what his soul desireth, even that he doeth. Right, what the Lord desires, that's what's going to happen. Okay, it's not our own, it's not of our own will. Okay, but of the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, verse 14, for he performeth the thing that is appointed for me. Okay, because everybody has their set role in this life. There's certain things that you have to do. Okay, if there are certain things that you were set up to do, like coming into this truth, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua had it set up that you would meet this particular person, and that eventually you would come to the teachings of the apostles, and just learn this truth, meaning the brothers in the truth, learn from the brothers in the truth, and ultimately to do what is pleasing unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay. All right, verse 14, for he performed the thing that is appointed for me. All right, then everything was guided so that you would accomplish your duties, your walk in this truth. You are being guided. Okay. All right, not just an example, whether it be for good or whether it be for bad, man. Okay, Verse 14, for he performed the thing that is appointed for me, and many such things are with him. You know? All right, because that's the, man's goings of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Yahweh Shem Yahushai decides, what you're going to do. Okay? Let's go to Jeremiah 10 and verse 23. It says here, O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. Okay? All right, it's not in man, to determine, which way he's going to go, what he's going to accomplish. No, Yahweh Shem Yahushai gives you the instruction to do what you're going to do. All right? Ultimately, everything is set up in the heavens before. Okay? All right? Even your thoughts, okay? Even your thoughts come from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And that's in the book of Proverbs 16 and verse 1. It says, the preparations of the heart in man, okay? The preparations of the heart in man, okay? And the word heart in the Hebrew is lab, okay, which means the mind. Okay, the preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue is from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Like John the Baptist said, it says, a man can receive nothing except to be given to him from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? So just like this truth, okay, it didn't come from you, it came from the heavens. Okay, you received this truth from the heavens. Okay? Even Yahushai said, this doctrine is not of mine, but of him that sent me, or referring to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. All right, and it tells you here in the book of Revelation 14 and verse 6, it says, and I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people. All right, so there's actually an angel that gives you this truth, okay, that feeds you with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, he was set up by Yahweh Shem Yahushai to feed you with this knowledge. Okay, because the angels, they have rules as well. Okay, and they're also part of the council of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, and they receive orders from Yahweh Shem Yahushai to execute His will upon the earth. Okay. So as we read this again, Revelation 14 and 6, and I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, right? And that's the testimony of Yahushai, okay? Which once again we didn't receive of our own will, but Yahweh Shem Yahushai gave it to his those that he called, the hopeful elect. Okay, it says, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, right? To the elect, the hopeful elect scattered, okay, which are of course of the nation of Israel. Okay. Verse 7, sing with a loud voice, fear the Most High, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. All right. So yeah, so there's councils in heaven, okay, to determine what takes place on the planet Earth. All right. So I want to bring out this example, okay, in the book of 1 Kings 22, and we'll start at verse 14. And Micah said, as the Lord liveth, what Yahweh said unto me, that will I speak. So he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Micah, shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? All right. And that's another thing. That's another important thing to do, to ask Yahweh Shem Yahushai what we should do. Ask what his will is, so he can guide us, to accomplish his will, to do what is pleasing unto him. That's one thing that King David did. He constantly asked Yahweh Shem Yahushai whether should I go to war, for instance, or should I depart? Okay. He was asking counsel from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He was constantly in prayer to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So that's a good habit to take, you know. It says, so I read 15 again. So he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Micah, shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? And he answered him, Go and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver it into the hand of the king. And the king said unto him, How many times shall I adjure thee that thou tell me nothing but that which is true in the name of the Lord? And he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hills as sheep that have not a shepherd. And the Lord said, These have no master. Let them return every man to his house in peace. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, Did I not tell thee that he would prophesy no good concerning me, but evil? All right. And it says that the king of Israel, which was Ahab, he hated Micah because Micah would always, prophesy evil towards him. Well, this evil didn't come from Micah; it came from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Once again, everything starts in the heavens first. Okay. All right. And if you don't please Yahweh Shem Yahushai, eventually, of course, he's going to give you a harsh judgment. Judgment is going to come upon you. Okay. As it says to the forward, he will be forward. Let me get that real quick. This is Psalms 18 and verse 25. With the merciful thou wilt show thyself merciful, with an upright man thou wilt show thyself upright, with the pure thou wilt show thyself pure, with the forward thou wilt show thyself forward. Okay? That's what the Lord gives recompense according to your deeds. All right? Because your deeds, ultimately, they're reported back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And the Lord, declares a judgment. And the angels are set, to go and execute that judgment upon the earth, man. So let's go back to 1 Kings 22. And verse I'll read 18 again. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, Did I not tell thee that he would prophesy no good concerning me, but evil? And he said, Hear thou therefore the word of Yahweh. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. Now, this is a revelation that Micah received. Okay? All right? So, in other words, he saw the counsel of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, his angels on his right and his angels on his left. And the Lord said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and others said on that manner. All right, so they were giving giving suggestions. You see, there's a council going on. Okay, and the topic is how should Ahab, the king of Israel, fall? Going into war against the Arameans, the Syrians. Okay. So what happens on earth is first determined in heaven. So now there's different suggestions being made. By the angels. Verse 21, and there came forth the Spirit and stood before Yahweh and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, Thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. Okay? All right. Now, therefore, behold, the Lord Yahweh hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. Right? Because you read earlier in the chapter, all his prophets, it said about 400 men were encouraging, the king of Israel, Ahab, to go and to make war against the Syrians, and that he would win that war. Okay, unbeknownst to them and to the king of Israel, that they were it was lies that was coming out of their mouth. Okay, it was lies, man. Okay, it was all deception, so that ultimately he could fall at Ramoth Gilead. Let's see. 1 Kings 22:6. Then the king of Israel gathered the prophets together, about 400 men, and said unto them, Shall I go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, Go up, for the Lord shall deliver it into the hand of the king. There you go. Okay. But it was actually spirits that were being, it was a spirit that was being, it was a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets, All right, which in the book of Job, it says that the deceived and the deceiver belong to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Job 12 and verse 16, it says, with him is strength and wisdom, right? With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his, all right, in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay. All right, so who is deceived belong to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and the deceiver also is in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay. Okay. Job 12 and 10, it says, in whose hand is the soul of every living thing and the breath of all mankind. Right? So Yahweh Hashem Yahushai guides every soul, man. Okay. First Kings. I'm back to First Kings 22. And verse 24, but Zedekiah the son of Shinana went near and smote Micah on the cheek and said, which way went the Spirit of the Lord for me to speak unto thee? You see? So, they didn't like what Micah said, man. Okay? The fact that Micah revealed unto them that he got a revelation that there was a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets, to deceive the king, ultimately to lead to his death. And that's what happened. Okay, he eventually died. Okay, let's jump to verse 34. And a certain man drew a bow at a venture and smote the king of Israel between the joints of the harness. Right? So eventually they went to war, and then the king got hit by a bow. Okay, it says at a venture. Let's see. In NLT, an Aramean, verse 34, an Aramean soldier, however, randomly shot an arrow at the Israelite troops. That's when it says adventure, just randomly. Okay, at the Israelite troops, and hit the king of Israel between the joints of his armor. Turn the horses and get me out of here. Ahab groaned to the driver of his chariot, I am badly wounded. The battle raged out all that day, and the king remained propped up in his chariot facing the Arameans. The blood from his wound ran down to the floor of his chariot, and as evening arrived, he died. Okay, so there you go, man. Right, so the council that was made in the heavens was that the king of Israel, Ahab, would fall. Okay, at that particular battle. Okay, and that you know, he would ultimately, hearken unto the words of his prophets to go to war instead of hearken unto the word of Micah the prophet, who warned him that he was going to die. You know, but the counsel in heaven was that was to deceive his prophets, so ultimately he will fall. So once again, everything is set up in heaven. Man's going set up in heaven. Okay, who you're going to meet set up in heaven. How a person is going to fall and be deceived is set up in heaven. You may think that the Lord doesn't see. Okay, the Lord, what says, with him is strength and wisdom. Okay, this deceived and the deceiver are his. It's in the book of Sirach when it talks about a man that breaketh wedlock, that committeth adultery. Sirach 23 and verse 18. A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness. The walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember my sins. Even these thoughts are lying thoughts, man. Okay, you're being lied. You're being lied to. You're being deceived. You're by your own heart. Okay, the scripture says that that the heart of man is deceitful and desperately wicked. Jeremiah 17:9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it, right? Because of this flesh, So that's ultimately demons telling you, well, nobody's gonna see me. I'm in the dark. The Lord doesn't see. I'm gonna escape this and be able to do that, and end up being okay, I guess. But it says here, verse 19, such a man, I read that 18 again, a man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness, the walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember my sins. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord, which are his angels, are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of man and considering the most secret parts. Okay. All right, so nothing is hidden from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Matter of fact, the Lord sanctions and decrees all things, man. Okay. So you having these thoughts of being able to escape the Most High, you're being deceived, man. Okay. And a counsel is being made in the heavens in order for a judgment to be executed. Okay. All right, which proves that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua reigneth in the kingdom of man, and no one can escape, man. Okay. No one can escape. Okay, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right. And that's no matter your status. Okay, we see the King Ahab, he couldn't escape. Okay. All right. So once again, man, I just wanted to touch on that. Okay, how counsels are being done in the heavens. Okay. Everything is being sanctioned in the spiritual world. So before it takes place in this world, this realm, okay, that we live in. All right, so Lord willing, this was edifying. Let's end off by giving all praises, honor, and glorification to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKodash, that belongs to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect.